It was a quiet Sunday afternoon in Ohio, the kind of day where the air smelled faintly of dust and old wood, and the house seemed to hum with silence. Daniel had promised his wife Claire that he would finally clean out the attic, a task he had avoided for years. The attic was more than storage, it was a vault of forgotten family history. Daniel climbed the creaky ladder, flashlight in hand. The beam cut through the dimness, revealing cobwebs stretched like fragile curtains. "All right, let's see what secrets you've been hiding," he muttered, his voice echoing faintly. He opened boxes, old Christmas ornaments, faded photographs, a broken rocking horse. Then, tucked behind yellowed newspapers, he found a worn shoebox. It felt different. Inside were letters, dozens, tied with a fraying ribbon. The name on the envelopes made his heart skip. John Miller. His grandfather. "Grandpa John," he whispered. He carried the box downstairs. Claire and their children, Emily and Jacob, looked up. "What did you find?" Claire asked. "Letters. From Grandpa John. To Grandma Mary." Emily's eyes widened. "Can we read them?" Daniel hesitated, then untied the ribbon and began. "My dearest Mary, the nights here are long, and the air carries a tension you can almost taste. The streets of Tehran are alive with whispers of change, of unrest. There is beauty here, even in the shadows. I miss you more than words can say." "It's like a story," Emily said softly. Daniel continued. The letter described markets filled with spices, children playing in dusty alleys, soldiers at checkpoints. Then one line made him stop. "Tomorrow I begin something I cannot fully explain. If I cannot write again, know that my love for you is endless." "Why did he stop?" Emily asked. Jacob whispered, "Maybe something happened." Daniel looked at the stack. "We'll read them all. Maybe the answer is here." That night, after the children slept, Daniel found a thicker envelope sealed with wax. "Mary, tomorrow I am part of a mission that could change everything. It is not about battle, but about people. If I do not return, remember this: love is stronger than war." Daniel exhaled slowly. The words lingered. The next morning, Emily had already spread the letters across the table. "It's like a puzzle," she said. "Or something he wanted forgotten," Daniel replied. Jacob grinned. "It's a mystery," Claire suggested. "Let's research the time period. It might help us understand." That evening, Daniel read a letter dated March 1979. "The city feels like it's holding its breath. Every street corner has eyes watching. I miss our children's laughter. If I could trade everything for one evening at home, I would." "He sounds scared," Emily said. "It was the revolution," Daniel explained, "a dangerous time in Iran." Another letter ended abruptly. "Tomorrow I meet with someone important. If this goes well." The ink trailed off. Days passed as they read more. One letter described John standing guard at night, smoke from protests filling the air. "I wonder if the men shouting in the streets are fathers too. War makes strangers of us all, but perhaps we are not so different." "He wasn't just a soldier," Daniel said. "He was thinking about people." Jacob whispered, "Like us." Another letter stood out. "Tomorrow I meet someone whose words carry weight. I must listen carefully and remember who I am." "This must be the mission," Daniel said. Then Daniel found a hidden envelope in the shoebox lining. "Mary, if you are reading this, I could not finish what I started. I was asked to protect lives, not with weapons, but with presence. Sometimes being there is enough to change things. If I do not return, tell our children that love is stronger than war." Emily wiped her eyes. He knew he might not come back. The truth became clearer. John's mission was about protecting people, not fighting. The letters became more than memories. They became a project. Emily and Jacob created a scrapbook, adding drawings, maps, and copied passages. He saw people, not enemies, Emily wrote. He was brave and kind, Jacob added. Daniel visited his mother, hoping for answers. She hesitated, then handed him a photograph. John stood in uniform, surrounded by smiling Iranian children. He never talked about it, she said quietly, but he carried something heavy. Back home, Emily studied the photo. He wasn't just a soldier, she said. He was protecting them. Claire nodded. War is remembered in headlines, but families remember in moments like this. Emily later shared the story at school. Her classmates listened, captivated. It's like a movie, one said. Emily shook her head. No, it's real. One final letter remained. Mary, there is more I cannot say. Perhaps one day someone will understand. Daniel looked at his family. Maybe we won't get every answer, Jacob said softly. His story makes me want to be brave. And kind, Emily added. Daniel smiled. That's what matters. Emily whispered, love is stronger than war. The shoebox was closed, but the story wasn't. It lived on in them, in their curiosity, their empathy, and the quiet understanding that even in war, humanity endures.